Yahoo! Welcome, my beautiful brothers and sisters, to the Aquarian Adepts, my platform, our platform to become your spiritual server. And welcome, finally, it's been a while, I was supposed to have made this like a couple of days ago, to the reveal of the Oracle Card Tarot reading, the I Choose You Oracle Card Tarot reading, where I asked you all to pick one of these lovely, amazing starters from the Pokemon franchise and how that would correlate to a particular Oracle card and what that means for you. This is something that I probably would like to actually do weekly, but we'll see how it goes. My upcoming schedule this next week is going to be a little weird, weirder than usual, so we'll see how things go. That being said, I am excited to get into this. I did write down some notes for this, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to just reveal each one of them, and I'm going to read the notes that I have, but then maybe elaborate a little bit more on them. Now, this Oracle card reading, as far as the duration of how long it lasts or the effects of it, it's really honestly dependent upon you. I would say definitely at least 3 days or so. But essentially what I did is that I gave each of these cards a different theme. So I'm going to just go through those real quickly, and we will, hope you all enjoy this. So the first card was for Bulbasaur. For those of you who chose Bulbasaur, number 1 in the Pokédex, low-key, one of the most underrated starters. And the Bulbasaur card, the Bulbasaur theme was, how can I grow? How can I grow? And the card that we revealed is the card of healing. So if you chose Bulbasaur, then you can grow by healing, which reads, the frequency of healing supports our intrinsic ability to restore our health and wholeness by consciously using the information that comes to us through our senses and harmonizing everything accordingly. So we have, for those of you who chose Bulbasaur, you got the card of healing as far as how can you grow. And this is what I wrote down for him. How does one grow? By moving forward and not looking back. When a tree grows, it focuses on the sun, the rays of light that provide it with the energy needed to sustain life. Trees reach up to the sky. Much is life. You grow by moving forward, which is of a healing nature. You forget not the past, but that is what the roots are for. They allow you to remain connected to the past. However, you place not your focus there. As the roots that reach down to the core, incubating at the Earth's center, you reach up to the stars in the sky. You heal by feeling a deeper connection to all that is around you. Forgive the past, embrace the present, look forward to the present that is yet to come. That is how you grow. So that's just what I was channeling for that, and I really do feel like this is true. It's like when the way that you heal, and it's interesting how you notice the colors of green here, it's vibrant. You have greens in here, you have the yellows and the pinks, and it looks like there's a sun in the middle. And really this does speak to how the trees, they bring in this beautiful sunlight, this sun energy, and they're able to convert it into food. Not only that, but they create so much vitality and life around them that it's of a healing nature. It's of a it's growth. It promotes this sustenance, this sustainability, I would like to even say. And it's interesting because like trees, they reach up to the sun, but they do simultaneously reach down into the core of the earth. And there's like a beautiful sun incubating there as well, a star in the middle of the earth incubating there. So it's not that we forget about the past, because I don't think we can forget about the past, right? But what it is that we embrace the present and we focus on the present that is yet to come. We embrace and focus on the present that is yet to come. We don't forget the past, because if we completely forget the past, then we won't ever be able to right wrongs. We won't ever be able to move past things and heal. So for those of you who chose How Can You Grow, the card is healing. And I would even say to pay attention astrologically to the planet of Chiron. Chiron right now is in Aries. It's at 0 degrees of Aries. So this is very much so focused on the personality and ego and behaviors. So you can, of course, look to see where Aries is in your chart, or even to see how it's aspecting your personal Chiron. But I would definitely look to that in your personal natal chart to see how can you heal at this moment. Now, for the next, we have how can I initiate, which is Charmander, right? Charmander, Char! We have how can I initiate. For those of you who chose Charmander, your card on how you can initiate is Soul Time. The card of Soul Time, which is the frequency of soul time, asks us to allow possibility of a new reality to emerge, one that embraces the concept that while the corporal body is mortal, the soul is timeless, limitless, and infinite. And this is what I wrote for that. You initiate by recognizing your soul. You are more than this body you are in the mirror. You see in the mirror. You are a cosmos of a myriad of experiences. Your soul is well-traveled and brave, as you have allowed the impossible to become the possible. You are many in one of many, a true masterpiece of this great cosmos. You will be able to initiate by recognizing your divine lineage of infinite possibilities. And it is so. This is a very powerful card because it's talking about literally this initiation energy. And it's talking about the possibility of a new reality, which that's the very thing. When the sun shifts from Pisces into Aries, going from that mutable water energy into cardinal fire, it's bringing all of the magic and mysticism experienced in Pisces and the imagination and actually initiating it and bringing it forth and directing it with that cardinal fire Aries energy. This is why spring comes at this point. It brings new opportunities, new growth. And it speaks to, yes, there's ebbs and flows of everything, life and death and transformation ultimately, right? But your soul is timeless, it's infinite, and there are infinite possibilities. So the way that you initiate, if you chose Charmander for this I Choose You Oracle reading, is by recognizing the value of your soul and taking time to appreciate your soul. I would say to meditate. For those of you who chose my boy Squirtle Squad, I originally chose him in the first games, just saying. For those of you who chose Squirtle Squad, the card for you on how can you flow is Romantic Love. Aw, isn't that beautiful? Romantic Love. The frequency of romantic love supports our journey to feel whole and complete through the experience with and reflection of a conscious lover. Oh, how can you flow? Interesting, romantic love. This is what I wrote for that. You can flow by becoming a conscious lover. Wow, nice, Jamal. A lover of life, a lover of all the experiences, challenges, victories, and defeats. When you are in the flow with this love, you truly cannot be defeated. You flow by oh my gosh, I can't even read my own handwriting. Opening up your heart so that infinite quality of divine self can pour out into the world. You rise in love with another when you rise in love with yourself. Love is the answer. Believe it. To kind of expand upon this, if you happen to have chose Squirtle, there's definitely some sort of element of a partner in this. It could be someone that you are currently partnered with, or it could be an ex that you may be feeling the tingles for. And this makes sense because we do have Venus and Scorpio right now, so a lot of this energy is kind of being revved up anyways. Not only that, but the sun is towards the end of Virgo and will be slipping into Libra in about a week or so time. So for those of you who chose Squirtle, as far as how can you flow, really the best thing that you can do is learn to love yourself. Learn to appreciate yourself. For those of you looking for a soulmate or a twin flame relationship, realize that you are the twin flame. You are the soulmate. Like you are. And this is interesting for me to admit. It's like a lot of people want these relationships, twin flames, soulmate. I personally feel like my twin flame isn't incarnated here yet. Personally, I don't think they are incarnated here on this earth with me, because we had to go through different experiences. Now, I personally right now am in a committed soulmate relationship, which I don't intend on ending because I love her and I believe that we are here and we have a purpose together. But as far as that whole twin flame thing, I've channeled since I was a kid that I am not quite sure if my twin flame is incarnated on this earth at the same time as me. And that's just how I feel. But at the same time, if you chose Squirtle, this is about flowing in your own love. Ultimately, whether my belief about what my twin flame situation is or not, or whatever you believe about your twin flame or soulmate situation is or not, the way that you open up to receiving this love is by loving yourself, because this person will not incarnate or will not reveal themselves to you until you learn to love yourself more. So that's how you flow. And for those of you who chose Pikachu, the mascot of the franchise, electrifying, strong, cute, but passionate. It's a bit of a wild card. It's a bit of a wild card, right? So what is the wild card if you chose Pikachu? We have transition. It's a very powerful wild card. Transition. The frequency of transition supports our deep understanding of the ever-changing nature of existence and our lives, so that we can learn to let go, surrender to the process, and allow transition to occur with ease and grace. This is what I wrote for that. Life is transitory in nature. Seeds grow into trees, children become adults, the tides ebb and flows, even mountains turn to dust eventually. With this change comes opportunity to explore just how capable we are. Surrender. You transform every day, whether you realize it or not. You are adaptable. You are magnificent. Change is good. Change is very good. It allows for the spice of life, for adventure, for dynamic possibilities, for the utmost fun. You are okay. You are protected and taken care of. You are the cosmic chrysalis. You can be anything you want. And when you transition, you can be whatever you want again and again. You are ultimately free. You just have to choose to be free. And that's really what this comes down to. A lot of times we get caught up in this and it's funny because, the sun is in Virgo, which speaks to routines and stuff, but transition is good. Change is good. Having the ability to adapt is good. And it's interesting because we're coming into the time of Libra, which Libra is very much so about adaptability. It's very much so about peace and harmony, but it's also a kind of about, I'm not going to say abolishing your ego, but kind of checking your ego. That's why it's opposite of Aries. And it's interesting how Libra comes after the sign of Virgo, and Virgo represents, order and routine and this sort of sense of daily structure. And a totem animal of Libra happens to be the frog, which the frog is a prime example of transformation throughout its life, going from the water onto land, going from a tadpole with no legs to having legs and pretty much turning into a whole new creature, having the ability to adapt to its surroundings. That's what Libra teaches us. So I think it's interesting, especially since Libra marks the beginning of the fall time. So you have Libra, Scorpio, and Sagittarius, which is very much so about this transitory period or gearing up for this transitory period and the seasons, or even if you relate it to the lifespan, like when you go into the fall of your life, you're making preparations for the transformation. So this is about embracing how electrifying life is, how seemingly, it's seemingly like you can't really hold on to it, right? It's like things always seem to change, and a lot of times, especially in this society, we like to try and have things be predictable. There's nothing wrong with order. There's nothing wrong with routine. But, and this is going to be interesting, I'm going to kind of make a note to an episode of Steven Universe I saw last night, but I was speaking to how randomness is good, and how it's like we might be able to predict timelines and certain events, but randomness is actually interesting because it allows for the seemingly impossible to become the possible. That is it for your I Choose You Oracle card reading. I hope you all enjoyed it. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know if I should continue doing this. I probably will anyways. I thought it was fun. And I probably will continue to use the main starters because that's what most people know. Most people know the main starters. But as I get into this, I'm going to get nerdy, include the other starters and stuff like that, just to let you know. But let me know how you all feel about this. If you like this video, please like, share, and subscribe. I would really appreciate it. Thank you to all my new subscribers. I really do appreciate you guys coming on. And for all those who are returning, thank you so much for sticking along with me. And if you would like a personal reading with me, beloved, you can follow the link in the description below too, the AquarianAdepts.com. And always remember, my beautiful brothers and sisters, that You are able, you are beautiful, you are creative, you are divine and energetic, and always remember to keep moving forward, to stay focused, and Yahoo! Smile all day.